Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, and just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay. It's all right, my friend, because bad times don't last forever. After every storm, there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, pot of gold, light at the end of the tunnel, whatever you prefer, my friend. First and foremost, cheers to the month of May. We are in the fifth month of this year, and we have a few more to go. So we are in May. And what's that little saying people used to say? I feel like Floyd in this May weather. So, hey, so welcome to May. I hope May be good to you. I hope you be able to establish everything that you want in May. And I just wish y'all nothing but the best as well. So before we get into it, if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this but true to this, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? As May is here, is blossoming, and is giving us what we need to give, let's do a little bit of update. So update for vibing out with guests. I have some guests for May, and I'm super excited about that because in honor of May as well, it is about mental health. And of course, I will be talking about mental health. And then every vibe of the day will be impacted with mental health in some type of shape or form. Regardless of how big or small the vibe may be, it's still going to impact with mental health. And for the vibe that with guests that will also be talking about mental health as well, regardless of what topics that they want to talk about, I'm still going to incorporate talking about mental health because as business owners, entrepreneurs, people working in certain careers like teachers, social workers, IT tech, cybersecurity artists, the list goes on. All these hats that we wear, we all go through things. And mental health is a very, very, very serious thing that sometimes we don't take serious, especially when it comes to today. So vibe it out with guests. I have guests coming, and I'm so excited about that. A little recap of April for me. April has been amazing from me being able to pass all my classes, end off my internship very well with my students, as well as having a podcast, putting a podcast out there. Y'all, I spoke on the behalf of a beauty expo at my school, and it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope that I'm glad that they did ask me to be a guest and speak on my podcast and how it does it impact with beauty and self-care and things like that. And that was super dope. If you guys seen it on Instagram, I thank you so much. I might put it on YouTube. I just need to try to put the pieces together for the videos and everything. So I might put that on YouTube so you guys can also see that too. But being able to sit on a panel at an expo for me, at first when they DM'd me, I was like, do I want to participate in this? Because it was like on a Monday and it happened on a Thursday. So right after the wellness episode, that Thursday, I was at the beauty expo and I was just like, at first I'm like, I don't know, because I was super nervous and I was like, the semester's coming to an end because that was the last day too of the semester for me. I'm like, okay, do I really want to do this? And then I was like, I am getting kind of bored. But that was also like too the organization that asked me about it was an organization that I joined that helped me also in the process of vibing out with E. So I was like, why not? And it was really dope. I met some amazing other entrepreneurs and it was super dope. Like overall, the whole night was super dope. And I was so glad I was able to share that moment with my sisters from my sister group because she has a business as well. If you guys follow me on Instagram, y'all see I've been promoting her business because she got a deal going on. And y'all better get into it, especially when it comes to an esthetician who do lashes, eyebrows, wig, all that. That's super dope. So get into it. So that was pretty dope. Little update on that. Vibe it out with guests. I have guests coming and I'm super proud. It's super dope about that. That's super dope, but I'm so excited about that. May is here. So congratulations to all the graduates coming from out of college, community college, high school, whatever the case may be. Congratulations to everybody that's experiencing amazing things in May, such as starting a family, getting married, new house, new car, whatever the case may be. Congratulations to you in advance because I know how it is to achieve a goal and to come this far. I'm so proud of you. You got this. You made it. This is truly for you. And don't stop. Keep going for whatever else you have in store for your life. What else I want to talk about? So I said May is in honor of mental health, which I will be talking about. through every vibe of the day. About out with guests. I have some guests coming, so they will be coming very, very soon. I think so far I probably have two, but I think I probably have four. So May be how March was because, like I said, with the honoring of May being within mental health, the month of mental health, I may do a little sequel on that one too as well. I'm still thinking about it, but so far I have two. Maybe we'll have two more. I don't know, but fingers crossed. Y'all, the podcast is about to turn 2 years old soon, and that's super, super dope as well. I don't have my iPad at the moment to get the countdown on that one to get an update, but it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, so I'm just so happy and I'm so blessed with it, everything that has been coming my way. I hope the same way for you all because trust me, I understand when it gets to the nitty gritty time. For summertime, it's like, look, it's time to let your head down, get loose, nobody want to worry about that. Especially, I know for the college grads, high school graduates, or graduates in general from trade schools, things like that, are ready to throw in the towel because baby, I know I am. I know I was once April 30th came and everything was there and then grades went in. I'm just like, you know what, it's time to live my life. So all my attention will be going to y'all and I'm so, so happy about that. But I am still going to kind of be bored. So I'm going to try to do some other creative stuff as well. But nevertheless, y'all, May, I'm so happy for May because I'm feeling like Floyd Mayweather. I'm feeling like Floyd in this Mayweather. And I just feel like May will have so much in store for not only me, but for you as well. So let's get into it. So yes, May is filled with a lot of things that's going on, not only just with mental health, but also with the holidays. And with that being said, y'all, I want to open the first Wednesday of the month to just highlight an important holiday that I think we don't really, we do highlight on, but we really don't hear much about it on a podcast level. I feel like you hear it through songs and stuff, but you really never really heard it through a podcast. If so, congratulations, y'all, because I really haven't heard deep into it. I hear songs dedicated into that holiday and things of that nature. So, without further ado, I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice. Whether you're on the go or at home, turn me up on your phones, PCs, laptops, speakers, whatever you listen to me, however you listen to me, because as always, every vibe of the day is something special. So within the first Wednesday of this month, we will be talking about Mother's Day, reflection on love, loss, and lesson. So the reason why I wanted to talk about Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is May 11th. And I was like I said, going back to, I hear a lot of songs about Mother's Day and stuff, but I never really heard somebody take the time to talk about Mother's Day on so many different aspects, from the love, some have lost their mothers, and then the lessons that we have learned from our mothers, whether it's from our biological mothers, adopted moms, people that resemble our moms, things, etc. So this goes for every mother with whatever type of title, shape, or form that you have them in. So yes, this also will be impacted within the mental because emotions run deep, especially when you have a certain connection with a female that you consider to be your mom. What if it's your mother, your biological mother, your grandmother, aunties, sisters, whoever the case may be. When I say sisters, I mean big sisters, because older sisters also play the role of being mom and dad sometimes. Well, yes, this is for you. The reason, before I get into it a little bit, if you're new here, I break down every vibe of the day within the definition, give you a little background of what the vibe is, and then we break it down to the 5 W's, and then we have a quote. So, the reason why, I just want to say again, the reason why I did Mother's Day is because Mother's Day is Sunday, May 11th, and I wanted to start off the month, the first week of May, just to talk about it because, it's very important to me. And I really, like I said, I never really heard people really talk about it as much. I've seen documentaries of people like honoring their mom, but they never really got to the nitty gritty of when it comes to the love, the loss, and the lessons that they have learned from their mother impacting Mother's Day. So let's get to it. So I'm going to repeat the vibe of the day for you guys. I'm just going to go straight into it. And from how I do it, break down the definition, the 5 W's, and the quote, I read off my notes. And then I get my little razzle dazzle, and then we go from there. So the Bible today is Mother's Day reflection, love, loss, and lessons. So the definition is Mother's Day's reflection is a moment to pause and honor the diversity experience of mothers of motherhood, celebrating the love, navigating the grief, and embracing the wisdom that comes with the joy, with that comes with the journey. Excuse me. It's not about the flowers and the gifts, but it's also about acknowledging the deep emotion layers tied to being a mother, having a mother, losing a mother, or longing to become one. These reflections allow us to feel gratitude, healing, or both, while connecting with the core value of care, strength, and unconditional love. Whether joy or tender, the stories we carry about motherhood shape how we love, nurture, and grow. This day becomes an invitation to reflect on those stories with honesty and compassion. By honoring mother figures, present and absent, we deepen our understanding of what it means to be a human. Love, loss, and lessons, all of having a shattered place on this day. So this one will be a really, really, really deep one because it's Mother's Day. And just to give a heads up, yes, I will be talking about Father's Day next month as well. And the crazy thing is, y'all, I know we talk about mothers, but it just came to me. It just dawned on me. Father's Day is the day, this is on the same day that the podcast turns 2 years. And as always, y'all, I forgot to mention earlier, I appreciate you all so, so very much for tuning in, whether you're listening to me through audio, watch me on YouTube. If you watch me on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whenever, however you watch, listen to me, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so, so very much, because I understand at times we cannot, listen to our favorite person, watch our favorite person. Sometimes we can't catch up because life be life. But nevertheless, y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. For the ones that's new here, I thank you for taking the time out today to get to know me. And for the ones that have been here for a good time, I thank you all for staying with me as well. So within that definition, y'all, this very, very deep, and I feel like it's straightforward within impacting Mother's Day when it comes to love, loss, and the lessons that impacts with mothers. There's a lot that goes with mothers, especially when it comes to being around different mothers or seeing people about to become mothers and people having to take up that mother figure role and etc. So shout out to all the beautiful moms out there, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode as well. Tell a friend, tell a friend. So first off, we're going to start with who is impacted by Mother's Day. So I feel like everyone, like I say, for the who, within every who, y'all, if you're new here, the who impacts everyone, regardless of what the vibe of the day is or whatever the wellness lesson is too. Got throw wellness lesson in there too, because the wellness lesson series been popping off too, and I love how y'all really love the wellness days too, because like I said, if you're new here too, the wellness lessons go back into helping us mentally as well as within our wellness. It breaks down everything. So with the who, the question who impacts everyone, regardless of what it is, it impacts everyone. And then the why, it impacts the whole purpose of the vibe of the day, impacted with the who, when, what, and all that. So everyone is impacted by Mother's Day in their own type of shape or form because, like I said in the beginning, everyone expresses their love for their mom within different ways. So let's get into it. Mother's Day impacts everyone in a different and deeply personal way. For some, it's a celebration of love, bonding, and appreciating for the mother figures in their life. For others, it's a day of grief, longing, or complex emotions tied to absence, loss, or strained relationships. Mothers, daughters, sons, step parents, caregivers, and even those who never had a chance to become a mom all carry different stories on this day. It can bring both joy and pain, sometimes at the same time. It reminds you that every experience of motherhood or being a mother is unique. Realizing the wide range of feelings people experience is key to holding space for all stories on Mother's Day. So the reason why I like how I broke this down within not just honoring the ones that's here, but honoring the ones that are not here too, because I never had experienced the feeling within losing my mom, but I have heard stories and dealt with students that have lost their mom. And being able to learn from that grief was very, very, it's very hard. Now, I would say my mom is still alive, but I lost my grandmother when I was 3 years old. So I know how that feeling is. And then my aunt stepped up and she passed. It will be 3 years Yes, in August it'll be 3 years if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it'll be 3 years because I transferred to Morgan 2022. So, yes. So the importance of Mother's Day not only does it just impact, celebrating and honoring your mom, but also for some people, for some people, is a day where a lot of emotions go on, like just having to deal with the loss of their mom and then trying to make the best out of it. Because, like, for holidays in general, like Christmas and New Year's and things like that, even your birthday, that's the hardest time to even just try to enjoy because it's nothing like a mother's love. For one thing, that's one thing's for certain. It's nothing like a mother's love, regardless if it's your biological mom, adopted mom, stepmom, grandma, auntie, whoever played a big part in your role within that mother that fulfilled the motherly steps in that role. It's nothing like a mother's love, especially when it comes to important things in your life. So Mother's Day is a very important day that everyone, like I said, celebrates it in their own way. They're different shapes and forms and things like that. For me, for Mother's Day, sometimes it's hard, especially when you get older for gift wise, because sometimes I like you never really. I don't know if it's just me or maybe some of you guys feel the same way. Just sitting back and be like, okay, gifts. Yes, it's good to give gifts, but try to do something different. And I don't try to do different. I don't try to do anything different because of the money situation. No, but sometimes I would try to get creative and see my creative side. Because sometimes we don't have the money to give our moms the gifts and stuff that they want. Because it is a time to celebrate the love that we have received from them, regardless if they're here or not. And then the bonding, appreciate them. But also times most people deal with the grief and the loss and the emotions that happen. But I always figure, because my mom be like, oh, Mother's Day's coming up, what I'm getting. I just be like, I don't know what to get you, because it's feel like when you have a mom or whatever, mother figure or whatever, it's like you have so much. I don't know what to give you, and that'd be the hardest thing, because especially like Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents Day, all that. I'd be like, I don't know, and I just be like whatever you want, I could give it. But Mother's Day impacts everyone. It impacts us all, even especially from the children, because like I say, having a mother in your life and having that mother's love, mother's intuition, mother knows best, and all that is very important. And it's so Mother's Day in general was just something that we honor. Like I said, within the songs, people honor their mom in so many different shapes and forms, and it just be like, wow. And then when you think about it on the outside, it's like, you know, I love how people honor their mothers in so many different ways when they're here and not here. Because just giving praise to the person that gave birth to you or took care of you is so important. It shows how you appreciate them so much. Regardless of how much you and your mama go back and forth, you always just embrace the fact that they did what they had to do for me, and I'm gonna honor them in whatever way that I can. So the impact for Mother's Day is very important, regardless if your mom is here or not. And we just have to honor that day. And whatever way you do it, I applaud you for it, because I can tell at times it's very hard. Even just trying to do something for her, because sometimes you want to do stuff, sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's like you don't want to be bothered due to certain situations. But Mother's Day is impacted by everyone in different type of ways, regardless of what it is. We have to respect people's feelings as well as for Mother's Day, and honor them in whichever way that we can. So number 2, what are we reflecting on during Mother's Day? So we reflect on the love we received, the love we have given, and the lessons we have learned through the experience of motherhood, whether directly or indirect. It's a time to think about the nurturing figures who shaped us, supported us, or taught us lessons through their presence or even through their absence. Some may reflect on how they have grown as mothers themselves, while others think about how they have been mothered by friends, mentors, or chosen family. We may also reflect on the scenarios, the challenges, and the quite strength, of mothering roles. It's a day to pause, honoring moments and memories, and expressing guidance even in grief. These reflections often spark healing and it also gives us peace. Mother's Day isn't just about cards and flowers, it's about connecting and honoring the legacy of care. So basically, going back to unpacking who is impacted by Mother's Day, everyone is. But what is the importance of like what are we reflecting within Mother's Day? So on Mother's Day, we're honoring our moms whether they're here or not, within their presence or their absence, especially when it comes to a long period of time or a short period of time. Every mother has a certain type of glow about them, some type of way of teaching us lessons as well as embracing us. And as someone who's the oldest and has seen how things are, because if it's some people that I know, like my friends too, some of them be like, I grew up with my mom. And I'd be like, what you mean you grew up with your mom? They'd be like, because my mom had me young. Some of their moms had them like 16, 17, 18, 19. My mom had me when she was 24. So I'd be like, I wouldn't really say I grew up with my mom, but I sort of kind of did because the mother was in her 20s. She was in her prime. You know, some people be like, you ain't your prime. Nobody want no kids, but so we sort of kind of grew up together. I'll say we kind of grew up together because being the first child, you do grow with your mother regardless. Because you help your mother to become the mother that she is today within the rest of your siblings and things of that nature, and to others. And you know how they say too, sometimes your mother got to discipline you in a different way as well as your siblings. And I've seen how that reflects on not only me, but also my siblings as well. So I would say, like, I help my mom within the core value of how it is to be a mom. Because one thing too, and my parents always say, it was not a manual for us. Like it wasn't a book to tell you how to be a good mom. Sometimes you have my mom or dad. Sometimes you have them days where it's like, am I doing this right? Is this right? Is this how it's supposed to be? Whatever the case may be. And that's why I applaud all the mothers out there that take that risk on having to raise their children the way they have to, because sometimes, like I say, things are not going to be perfect to a book, and it's not going to be picture perfect. And we all grow up in different ways. Like I say, my friends, when they say their parents, they grew up with their parents because they were so young, I was like, really? And then because you look at their mom, you're like, your mother don't look like her age. But it's just the fact that being able to honor your mom regardless the presence or absence of her, and just take it in everything that she has taught you, from the good and the bad, the ups, the downs, the challenges, and overcome a lot of things, is amazing. And that's why on Mother's Day we have to honor our moms regardless if they're here or not, they're present or absent. I don't like saying here or not. As long as if they're present or absent, honor your mother in whatever way, shape, or form you can. Because, like I said, it's not always about the gifts, the cards, the flowers. It's about just being able to honor your mom and giving her her flowers on this special day, giving her the props and the flowers and grief and everything that she needs, because it's hard to be a mom. I see it firsthand. I'm not a mom. And I always tell myself, dang, when I become a mom, how would I be? Like, you ever just think of that? I'm like, I'm still so young because, like, I'm in school and stuff, but I'll never forget my students like, oh, you're going to be a good mom. I'll be like, sometimes there's never such thing as a good mom. And I feel like it is within certain ways, because it's like, I just love how moms get things done. Hustle the flow, go through all the struggles, the trials, tribulations to get to where they at for their children. Even the step parents as well, stepmoms, with things like that, aunts, grandmas, big sisters, everything. Just whoever plays that motherly role, give them their flowers and honor them, because it's not easy to take care of children or be able to step up to take care of children. Like, it's so hard to put yourself in those situations. And to the women that are around me, from the women that I've seen, they're like mothers, they're not even mothers, but they are mothers. That makes sense. Like, they don't have their own biological children, but they have children. And I just love how they take upon stuff like that. Take up on a big important role like that, because it's so hard. Like, I watched my aunt do that when my grandmother passed, to take on the role to be a grandmother. And it was just like, wow. Because a lot of people, say it's for them and it's not for them. And some people, it's in their nature. They just have that motherly love. And for the ones that are present in there and in absence, it's just something that, wow, you have to honor them while they're here. So every chance that you get, honor the ones that are here, even the ones that are not here. Honor them in so many ways. Because trust me, I understand when holidays come. I even get upset, especially for Mother's Day sometimes. And then, graduation stuff like that coming up. It's like, dang, your grandmother, your mother. I love when I see the generation pictures. I love when I see women have like my mom, my grandma, my great grandma, and it's just like, wow. So appreciate them while they're here. Appreciate all the mothers here, all the mothers that stepped up, all the mother figures. Love on them and support them, and also the new moms to be. Love on them, appreciate them too, because it's important to reflect. It's important for them to also have a special day with their Mother's Day. Feel special on Mother's Day. So let's reflect on that. Make sure they understand, like, you know, we love you for who you are. Continue to be in who you are. And I appreciate everything you have done for me. Because it is hard. It's hard. Like I said, too, especially being the oldest child, you see your mom go through ups and downs. You've seen it all. So you basically technically grew up with your mother, regardless of the age gap. I can say now that makes sense. Regardless of the age gap or whatever, you was there to see how your mom, how things ran with your mom, how she handled stuff with you. Embrace her, as well as the rest to come after you or before you, or whatever the case may be. Honor your mothers. So when do the emotions around Mother's Day show up the most? So within this case, emotions run deep, I feel like, within every holiday or within everyday situation, but it runs a lot deeper for the ones that have lost their moms, And like I said, as someone who still has her mom, but also experienced within working with children that lost their mom, especially for the girls' perspective, it shaped me to understand that you have to have a lot of compassion as well as being empathetic when it comes to working with children within any profession you do, from a teacher, social worker, counselor, principal, whatever. Anything impacting dealing with children, please show them nothing but compassion and empathy, and give them that nurturing environment, as impacting a safe environment as well. And at first it triggered me because I'm like, I never, some things can trigger you and you never went through it within that perspective. Like, I haven't lost my mom, but I know how I feel to lose your grandma and things like that. But it's different for your mom. And from that moment, I'll never forget, like, she's my favorite student, by the way. I don't have no favorites really, but they're all my favorites. But she stood out the most to me because her whole, like, from her coming back to school and the whole 360 and everything. From the beginning, she would have her days where she just wanted, just was over it. And then now she knows how to balance it out and things like that. Of course, she's still going to have her days, but I'm just glad how she knows how to deal with her emotions. And she's helping her classmates deal with their emotions as well when they're dealing through not even just death, but also things during every day. Because sometimes we all go through emotions and we all go through emotions. And I just love how she was able to be the one to stand out. And I was glad to be the one to help her. Because like I said, I was triggered. Because I was nervous, really, and triggered. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, you see these things in the movies and you hear some of it, but you really never experience it. And it was just like being able to see her growth. I'll never forget too. I wrote her note. I was like, I just love your growth. I just love how much you came. So the emotions can run so deep, y'all, and it's just like, wow. And I just hope for this upcoming Mother's Day, she is okay. She's doing all right too. Because it was so tough, y'all. It had me in tears behind the scenes. Because like, wow, like, this is really, holidays can make you so emotional, but when it comes to a parent involved, a parent or a parent that stepped up or whatever, parent in general, is like, wow. Please cherish them, especially when it comes to Mother's Day. The emotions surrounding Mother's Day often show up well before the day arrives, like triggered by ads, social media posts, or family traditions. Apparently, it can also bring joy or anxiety depending on your personal experience. So for those grieving, that lead up may feel heavy, with memory or longing. For new moms, the day can feel like both a celebration and a huge adjustment. Even after the day passed, emotions can linger, especially if it's brought up old wounds or unmet expectations. Every year, the emotions impact may feel different depending on life changing. That's why it's important to allow space for all of us that has certain feelings and not assume one size fit all joy. So within Mother's Day, like I said, this impact with love, lessons, and loss because, like I said, holidays plays a big role for not. Sometimes when we think of holidays, we think of all joy, all the festivities, but we don't really think about the other side, like emotions, because emotions can run deep. It could be happy, sad, emotional, blue, exquisite, depression, everything. And within Mother's Day, like I said too, this is a day where emotions can run deep before, on, or after, especially for moms that are absent, for moms that are, for women that are about to become moms, and so on and so on. Even if your mom's still here, sometimes if your mother is present, if you don't even have a relationship with her or the relationship's not good, those emotions can run deep too. So sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, my mom's here, but it's like I'm still emotional due to us not having that relationship. And that's one of the things where emotions can run deep, especially through holidays, especially for Mother's Day. This is one I feel like can really, really run deep. Like I said, being triggered by it. Like when I mentioned about the ads, did you see like, Mother's Day commercials, Pandora, Macy's, and um the flower shop and stuff. They're promoting it. And some people will be like, I can't watch it. You have to turn it off. Social media posts, because sometimes people are having the events like Mother's Day brunch. Churches are doing stuff in honor. Churches are doing stuff in honor of Mother's Day. The school, the kids are making Mother's Day arts and crafts. It's so much stuff, as well as family traditions. Like if you do something on Mother's Day, like some people host Mother's Day parties, some people go out for Mother's Day, some people do certain stuff for Mother's Day, and then sometimes it can shift due to absence or due to not have a good relationship. So emotions can run deep at any time of the day, any place. It doesn't matter. Mother's Day can be good and sometimes it can be bad. But I always tell people, if you have to separate yourself, do what you have to do and come back when you know it's ready for you. Going back to my student I had, it took her, I don't know how I'm going to do a check-in with her soon. Even though I'm not there no more, I'm going to still do a check-in. Because it's important to let the kids know too that even though I'm not here, I'm going to still do a check-in. And not only just on that student, but I'm also going to do a check-in on all my students. Because like I say at times too, even though your mom is really present, we all go through things with our mom, the good, bad, ups and downs. It's so much. And especially for younger girls too, it's important that they have a mother figure in their life or a big sister or somebody in their life to give them some type of push and some type of drive. And just like I said, being empathetic and showing them that you care and having that compassion for them because it's very hard, especially for women. Sons need it also. Boys, they need it also. They need someone, a woman's touch to help them as well. Like same thing for a girl, they need their father's touch, father figures, somebody to help them. So emotions will run deep on Mother's Day, regardless of how big or small it is. It's important to incorporate and take the initiative of everyone's emotions, regardless of what it is or who it is. We all go through things. And sometimes it can hit us in whichever way. And that's why I feel like I tell people all the time, if you know someone, that's going through something, about to become a mom or just lost their mom or don't have a good relationship with their mom or it's like just don't know, check up on them and give them the love and support that they need as well. Let them know that you're here and let them know that I'm here for you. I know sometimes, sometimes saying it's okay is not okay. And I learned that from experience when people tell me it's okay. Because sometimes it's not okay. It's not okay. But it's okay for you to give and pour and let your feelings out. Let tears, everything out. Because we need that. Sometimes that makes us feel better. And sometimes throughout the years, it can wear off. Sometimes it may not be as hard or heavy. Because I get it. Even like within holidays, and it's so crazy too. Mother's Day is in a month where most people graduate and stuff. For me, it probably hit a little bit harder for me during graduation because I don't have my grandmother or my aunt there. So it will probably hit me because it's like, wow, it's like you have to cherish all the women in your life, regardless if it's blood related or kinfolks. Please love on them and appreciate them and let them know that you're here for them. And don't be afraid to let your emotions run out. Don't be afraid to let your emotions run. Don't be afraid to just let them happen. Even if you have to be by yourself, because I get it sometimes we don't want people to see our true emotions. I get it, trust me, because I don't want people to see me cry. But honor honor the mothers that's here and that's absent, be about to become mothers and everything. Whether it's the brown Mother's Day or Mother's Day at the Mother's Day, just check up on them. Every chance you get, love on them, support them, and let them know that I'm here. And you gotta take it one day at a time. So where do we find meaning on Mother's Day? We find meaning in small international moments, intentional moments, whether it's sharing a story, writing a note, or sitting in a quiet reflection. It could be in a family gathering, a walk in nature, a phone call, or even a visit a loved one's resting place. Meaning showing up when we honor connections, caring, and memories, no matter how we express it. Some find it meaning in giving back or supporting others may be struggling on this day. Others might create whatever they have to do, create things, be creative, that help celebrate or heal, like lighting a candle, journaling, or making a favorite meal. It's not about where you are, but what you are choosing to hold in your heart. Whenever love or remembrance is present, meaning life, there's two. So, not only is it hard for our emotions, but it's also hard for where do we find the meaning on Mother's Day? Because sometimes it's like, we never really, I like I said too, I never really heard somebody go deep into the whole complex of Mother's Day. The songs hit it too, but I really never heard somebody go into the deep end of Mother's Day. Excuse me. Especially when it comes to where do we find the meaning? What's the purpose? How do we find it? And I love when it be so small. Sometimes it can go big, but the small things, like little things matter. And having those moments where you gather around sharing a story and things like that, writing a note or just sitting down in a quiet resting place reflecting on how had your mother been or your mother figure and things like that. How has that helped you within Mother's Day? And where did it help you at? Even just taking a walk, see, like I said, going back to the nature episode, if you guys haven't watched that yet or listened to it, please do, because that's a very important one. Making phone calls too, because sometimes we're long distance, or even visiting a loved one at the resting place, like going to grave sites or having their ashes or whatever the case may be. However it is, just being able to find the meaning, it shows the connection of us honoring our mothers and mother figures and the mothers to become. Being able to just celebrate them and honor them within whatever way is very important. And I just, for me, it's very, very, very difficult to really explain because this is a very touching vibe, especially within impacting Mother's Day. So, like I said, so it just hit me so much when I had a student that I was helping her get through embracing her mental health and things like that. It hit me too because I learned so much, and I learned why it's important to love not only just on people, but love hard, especially on children, because parents are the first things that they know before they get to school. That's all they know: their parents and their siblings, or whoever the guardian is, and then having to experience them not here one day, it's just like, how is this possible? So not only just, at home, at work, even for school for children, they even have to find a meaning there at school, especially when they do the Mother's Day cards and whatever they do for Mother's Day. is so emotions run deep, especially for a person like me that's very sensitive. Excuse me. Things like this touch me so much because, I have my mom. I've seen and dealt with things with my mom that I cherish every day until I take when it's my time to go. And being the oldest too, you be like, dang, it's a lot that you just don't know. And then I have friends that's the youngest, but sometimes they have to take motherly roles. Um, Older women I'm surrounded by their grandmothers, amazing mothers. Some they're not even moms and they just take on a lot of roles. So just finding the meaning of Mother's Day could be any and everywhere. And no matter how big or small it is, the healing process, the resting process, it doesn't matter. Y'all, it gets me emotional because just thinking about it is like, wow, this is very serious that we really don't talk about. Just being able to celebrate as well as honoring the women that paved the way to take care of children or to take care of children that's not their own is a very, very deep and very, very big role to do, especially teachers, female teachers that took the way, that paved the way to even educate their students. Some of them look at them as their mom because you never know what's going on. So for younger children, older children, people in general, we just have to let them know that regardless, sometimes you never know who can help you in the long run, especially when it comes to being a mother figure. People that have children, people that don't have children, people that have their children, everything like that. Honor them, pave the way, but show them that being able to honor those moments, but then connection and care and the memories, no matter how we express it, and just finding a way of giving back the mothers that are not mothers, find a way to give back to help, like mothers that are adopt children and take care of other people's children, guardians, things like that. Or just being able to support others who may be struggling, such as counselors that want to be moms, or social workers like me that will hopefully one day hope to be one for the children. Whatever the case may be, on this day, we all have to find where the meaning of Mother's Day comes from together. Regardless if it's something small, something big, or we have to read up on it or do research or watch a movie on understanding it or telling our stories to each other like a campfire type setting. Just being able to sit and reflect on Mother's Day and reflect on how our mother or mother figures have impacted us in some type of way, whether they're present or absent. Love on them and also have that group of people in your life that's willing to help you brace it, regardless if your mother's present or absent. Be able to help the ones around you know that they're loved and their mom will forever love them, regardless of them being present or absent. Love is a very strong word too, and that's why I say all the time, have people in your corner that you know for a fact you don't have to think twice about. Especially when it comes to mother figures and then your mother. Sometimes you don't have to think twice. Sometimes you might, if you get into it or whatever, but just having a group of women in your corner is the best thing ever. That support you through thick and thin and also give you jewels as your mom. Like how say from college when people go away, like that's their home away from home when they make friends. Sometimes your professors even turn into your mom. Even though they may be like, I'm not your mother, but sometimes we have those core connections and relationships with them. Those are kind of like mom too, your mom away from home. So appreciate them and love on them. And for the people that are doing that, displaying compassion, empathy, being empathetic, and just being a shoulder to lean on, cry on, an active listener, and everything, I thank you and I applaud you. Because it's a lot out of a person, especially for children. And then young adults and everything like that. Y'all, I'm cracking a little bit because it's so emotional. Because it's like, wow, women are impacted with so much. The ones that are about to be moms, want to be moms, and everything like that, you got this. And for the ones that lost their mom, it's okay. It's Oh, it's okay to express yourself, and it's okay to have someone in your corner to help you while you get through this as well. And lastly, why is it important to reflect on Mother's Day? Like I said, this impacts the whole shebang. Reflecting on Mother's Day helps us connect to the roots of who we are, where we come from, who raised us, excuse me, and how we have been loved. It's an opportunity to honor not just mothers, but the acts of nature itself, nurturing itself. Whether you're a mom, have one, lost one, or never knew one, reflecting gives you a moment to understand and appreciate how those relationships shape your journey. It helps you bring healing where there may be pain and gratitude where there's love. These reflections deepen emotions and awareness and connections both with others and ourselves. They remind us to cherish time, speak love, and learn from the people who helped shape our hearts. In its core, Mother's Day is about legacy, the ones we have been giving and the ones who we are created. That right there is so deep and so beautiful. I could not write it even more in a well poetic way because it's important, like I say, to reflect on Mother's Day. It's important to reflect on where we came from, who we are, who raised us, and how they have gave us love. You know, sometimes they say tough love is good too, and sometimes it's not. All types of love is a way that some of us learn from the best, especially from our moms. From all the moms out there, the single moms, about to be moms, the ones that are absent, the ones that have a relationship with, the ones who took the chance to step up to become a mom to children, things like that. I appreciate you. We honor you and we celebrate you on Mother's Day because it's important. As well as for the sisters, the older sisters, the mentors, the teachers, the professors, the social workers, everybody that took the initiative to take that role, sometimes to give that motherly love that we all need. I appreciate y'all so much because it's very hard. And it's so important for a child. I'm speaking on a child level now, back to child level, to support them as well as letting them know that you're here. Especially to the teachers out there, as well as it is Teachers Appreciation Week. Love on the teachers because sometimes they even have their own children they have to deal with, as well as dealing with children 30. There's some classrooms have 25, 30 kids, 15, 5, or whatever. To all the people out there that work with children and deal with children in whatever type of shape or form, we appreciate you. We love you. To the ones that have children of their own or lost, whatever, you're a mother regardless because you are spreading the motherly love and the moms to come and everything like that. We honor you. To the big sisters that's taken on the roles of helping their moms raise their children or raising your siblings and raising your kids or whatever the case may be, we honor you too because it's hard. To the aunties, the grandmas, the cousins even taking up to you, the godparents too. You not forget about the godparents, the godmothers. We thank y'all so much because this day is dedicated to you. To the ones that are dealing with absence, please take the initiative and to lean on the women that have been there for you when it started until the end. As well as when it comes to the ones that are preparing or dealing with their own within, even losing children as well. Please stick to the women that you know for a fact has displayed the motherly roles, even if they are or not a mom. Give people their flowers. Give the women their flowers today. Give them their flowers. Because I know it's hard. I've seen it. And I've seen it within my own household and outside of my household. Hear the stories and everything like that. It's not easy being a mom or taking that role of being a mom and becoming a mom as well. And then just naturally being a mom, you don't even know it. So within Mother's Day approaching, I wish y'all all a wonderful Mother's Day. Honor the ones that are here, absent, the ones that are about to become, and etc. Remember, Mother's Day is a day where you honor your mother or mother figures in whatever shape or form you may, as well as just appreciating what you had and then just coming together to celebrate everyone, regardless of what's going on in this world. Just honor our moms that's here, present, about to become, and the ones that are just feel like this they were made for this. Love on them, support them, but also let them know that you love them within everything they've done for you. The quote of the day to end off is: a mother is not defined by the number of children you see, but by the love she holds in her heart. By Francisca Cox. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm a little bit emotional because, like I said, mental health. This is May's in honor of mental health, and we have Mother's Day. And I'm glad that I did pinpoint and then took the initiative to focus a lot on love, loss, and lessons, because there's a lot of lessons that we learn from our mothers and mother figures. Sometimes we lose our moms or lose connection and hope with our mothers, but we also have to remember, regardless, love is going to be there. Present, absent, the ones that stepped up, about to become sisters, cousins, aunties, grandmothers, godparents, teachers, all that just stood up to help. The love runs deep. So I hope you guys enjoy, like I said. Hope you guys learned a few things, and I hope you guys reflect and also just understand the importance of Mother's Day and the importance of mothers out there. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, as well as Mother's Day as well. Hope you guys tell a friend and tell a friend about today's episode as well. And I hope you all be safe, enjoy yourself, just have a ball, respect others, give love, be empathetic, show compassion, give compassion, be an active listener, and also advocate for the ones and advocate for people and the ones that you know that need a little bit of push and a little bit of tender care and love. You guys will hear from me next Wednesday. Bye.